Hey y'all, it's Xteen Glam here. I have missed you guys so much. I know it's been so long and it's been a few months and life has been crazy and hectic and I've missed you all so much and I just thought it's time to get back into the swing of things, show some glamazon power, and so here I am. And I am ready to jump into this. I know that we're out of the Halloween season and we're heading into the Christmas holidays and that type of season, and but Halloween never ends for me, so I thought I'd do a little bit of a story time and talk about some of my paranormal experiences. So if you are interested in what has taken place in my life with the spirit world, then stick around because you're about to hear it. Mwah! I love y'all. Keep watching. Okay, let's start off by giving you a little bit of history. I grew up in Anaheim, California, and my grandparents had bought their house. It's near Disneyland, right down the street from Disneyland, literally walking distance. And they bought it back in the 60s. So naturally, I grew up in this house. Well, in growing up in this house, you figure very quickly, and it becomes a part of your life, that it's haunted. And we like to call the specific haunting George. So everybody has very kindly called our ghost George. Doesn't everybody call their ghost George? Well, this is what's kind of taken place in our house. Like I said, the house that I grew up in is in Anaheim, California, and I'm an Orange County girl. And our house was kind of raised. It was kind of built off the ground. And so underneath the flooring, it was about a good maybe 2-3 feet in between the ground and the actual floor. So when you walk around the house, being that it's an older house, it was constantly creak, creak, thump, thump. I mean, you could thump through this stuff, thump, 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 thump. Well, George was famous for walking around the house. You could hear him, especially in the middle of the night. I'd be sitting out in the living room, and I'm one of those that I am a night owl. At least I used to be before I had kids. I was a major night owl. So I would stay up all hours of the night, sitting out in the living room, watching horror movies or music videos. This was before the whole before we got cable and got MTV, so it was kind of like in the middle of the night, there was a specific show that we would watch. Anyway, so I'd be sitting on the couch, everybody's dead asleep, nobody's awake, and you would hear this creak, 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 and then you hear this thud, 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 thud. And I'm like, oh my God. So I would look and I'm like, looking to see, because you always thought that you would see something, because you'd hear it and it was loud, really loud, coming down the hallway. But of course, wouldn't see George. Knew it was George. I would say, hi, George. Everybody say, hi, George. There's George, but it wasn't just at night. It was during the day too. You could hear him walking down the hallway. So anyway, I was the kind of kid, and my cousins and my sister and my brother, they can tell you all the stories if they want to. But I was the one that ran down the hallway, hid in the shadows, and waited for my victim. I don't know why, but I never got scared of George. I was never scared of George. All my sister and my brother and my cousins, they were all scared of George, but I think they were more scared of me because, again, I was hiding in the shadows down the hallway waiting for the little kids to come down and be my victim. I would jump out of everywhere and anywhere at all hours of the day. My cousin Janae could not stay inside that house with me alone until she was like into her late teens. Like late teens. And we had just kind of had a small little like reunion a few weeks back where I had spent some time with my sister and my cousin and down in Arizona. And they were talking like I was like this horrible thing. Like I was so bad. And I was like, I don't remember ever being that bad. Was I really that bad? I wasn't that bad. But anyway, yeah, I was. But there was a couple of different instances where my aunt had been renting out the house from my grandparents when we went and decided that we were going to go live up in Yorba Linda for a little while. You know, rent up there for a few years so I could go to a different junior high. And that's a story in itself. So my aunt gets a roommate, and she had these troll dolls that she had up on the window valance. And if you know, like the old blinds where they were vertical, and then they had like this little shelf that sat across the top of it. And so she had all of her little troll dolls. And she had on one end, she had an angel. And on the opposite end, she had a little devil. Well, she had come home one day and came inside her room, and the little angel troll doll and the little devil troll doll were on the ground, standing right side up. Now, how does that happen? How do two troll dolls fall a good 8 feet off of a window valance and land upright? And they just happen to coincidentally be an angel and a devil. Ooh, that better be my dog's seat. Okay, y'all. Okay. The house that I live in, right? I knew talking about this stuff was going to stir up some stuff, and it is. The house that we live in is haunted. This house is haunted. And very haunted. I have 2 dogs. I have a Basset and I have a Pit Bull mix. And my Basset is looking at something where there's nothing. I have every light on in the house. You can see shadows. You can see at night, you can see a little guy or a little girl running back and forth in front of my bedroom door, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You can hear children, a child giggling. You can hear them run up next to me while I'm sleeping in bed, just running up next to me. Shadow play in this house like you wouldn't believe. Everybody in this house, there's 6 of us. There's my husband, our 2 daughters, and our 2 sons. And everybody has seen something. And I was hoping that I could talk about George in the Anaheim house and tell a few stories about that. And I was hoping that it wouldn't cause anything to stir up. But, yeah, it's stirring things up. Oh, did you hear that whine? That wasn't my dog. Okay, now I'm like seeing, I have every light turned on, and okay. Do you hear that? We've got a thunderstorm going. I'm hoping that's just like the wind or something clicking. This is freaky. Anyway, okay. I'm just gonna say that that's my dogs. I know that talking about this stuff now, I'm probably gonna see more shadows. I'm probably gonna see there. I'm sure the activity is probably gonna really kick up in this house now. You know, because a lot of people will say if you don't give it the attention, then there's nothing for it to feed off of. But yeah, I mean, I've seen crazy things. I've seen in this house, I've seen like a 8-9 foot gray shadow figure, quite often. I'm 6'2", so I'm pretty tall. So I actually have to look, you know, in just a moment, like in that glancing moment, like I'm looking up at it, you know. But it's the kids. It's the kids that freak me out because I can hear them. And my husband, he's heard them, and it's like that pitter patter running right up next to you. You know, you're laying on the bed, and then you hear, and I'm looking, and I'm like thinking it's one of my kids. You know, it's not them. They're snug in their bed. It's in the middle of the night. And, yeah, that's freaky. So, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not looking at you guys. I'm just like, I'm looking out like into the living room because right now where my studio is like this, it's like I can see out into my living room. And like I said, I've got every single light on in the house right now. I mean, even in my bathroom over here, and you know, my sink is like right there, and you know, so I'm in my bedroom kind of sitting in my little makeup studio place. So yeah, there's probably going to be a lot of activity kicked up. So, but I will tell you a funny story. We were watching that show. I don't know if Dixie? 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 Hi, Mama. What are you doing? What are you doing? Is that you out there making those noises? Huh? What? You good girl? Huh? You're gonna stay in here. Okay, now you're... Okay, be careful. You're shaking my camera. Okay, you need to come stay in here and sit down. You can come sit down. Okay, yes, I know. Yes, she's a good girl. She's a good girl. Bentley, are you in here too? Yes. Okay, so the Pitty and the Bentley are both in here. I would aim you guys down to see my dogs, but it's kind of like fixed on my dog hair. It's screwed on to my my makeup circular light, so I would have to untwist the camera and move it all around just to show you guys my dog. But that was not my dog, and I hope I got that on camera. Wow, that was pretty crazy. Anyway, so I'm just gonna leave this kind of like, I don't know, paranormal experience caught on camera. I don't know. But yeah, so I have tons and tons and tons of different paranormal stories. I would love to be able to have my grandmother on the telephone line, and she, oh my gosh, she's experienced the most craziest things that would make for awesome stories. Awesome, awesome, awesome stories. If you would like to have my grandmother and I tell some of these witchy stories or scary stories, or oh my gosh, there's just so many. I think it would be amazing for us to do together. But if you would like to get Grandma on the line and see if she will tell us some of her ghost stories, leave a comment. Leave them below. And hey, any kind of ideas that you've got, anything that you want to see, any makeup stuff, how I did this, that, or the other, I mean, story times, how I grew up, whatever. Leave them in the comments below if you're, curious or you want some more paranormal stories. I don't even know, like, what this was. I was first talking about George in the Anaheim house, and things started happening in my house. I would love to go into further detail about the experiences that happen in this house, because there have been many, 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 many. And it's constant. It is absolute constant. I don't want anybody thinking I'm going crazy. I ain't crazy. My family ain't crazy. It's just, it's exciting. Very exciting. So anyway, my beautiful lovelies, how much I love you so much. And I don't know how to explain this one. Noises, paranormal noises caught on tape. I don't know. Anyway, maybe you can help me name it. I don't know what this was. Paranormal jumbled mess. But anyways, I love you all. X-Teen Glam coming at you. Big old heart with my X. Mwah. I love you guys so much. Mwah. And there we are. Anyways, I just wanted to say hi, and I'm not dead, and I'm here, and, I'm here. I haven't fallen off the face of the earth. So anyway, my lovelies, I love you all so much. X-Teen Glam. We'll see you next time. And I love you. Bye, y'all.